Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices, secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness, and a quiet, unyielding anger. These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed. Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America. These acts shatter steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve. America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world, and no one will keep that light from shining. Today, our nation saw evil, the very worst of human nature, and we responded with the best of America, with the daring of our rescue workers, with the caring for strangers and neighbors who came to give blood and help in any way they could. Immediately following the first attack, I implemented our government's emergency response plans. Our military is powerful and it's prepared. Our emergency teams are working in New York City and Washington, D.C. to help with local rescue efforts. Our first priority is to get help to those who have been injured and to take every precaution.
You were standing in the wake of devastation, when you were waiting on the edge of the unknown.
The original Healing Field flag display was erected on the first anniversary of the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks as a memorial event and to demonstrate the sheer enormity of the human loss that occurred that horrific day.
Do you feel cold and lost in desperation? You build up hope, but failure's all you've known. Remember all the sadness and frustration, and let it go.
It is with mixed feelings that we gather here to remember the horrible day 10 years ago. Looking back upon the terror attacks of September 11th, 2001, we feel sadness for those who were lost. But we also feel honor, determination, and hope for the future. We come together to grace this place with the memory of those who lost their lives. Some were our friends, others were family. Many of us are here because although we may not have known those who perished, we are forever connected to them, and we wish to honor their lives.
The Exchange Clubs in the city of Tempe have worked tirelessly together to provide a beautiful and touching memorial to those who perished in the Twin Towers, the Pentagon, and Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
job well done for committing themselves to this service, for their commitment to their uniform. New York Fire Department firefighters, 23 officers of the New York Police Department, 37 members of the Port Authority. When the World Trade Center burned, it was their job to go into the flames and assist others out. And they all did so without hesitation. But there was another brave group that morning. The 33 pilots, co-pilots, and flight attendants of the hijacked planes.
The field has a life of its own. It is really more than just poles and flags. Many have felt a healing take place inside their hearts. This Tempe field holds the distinction of being the longest consecutive exchange-sponsored healing field in the nation and the only one in the Southwest.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through dangers, toil, strength, and fears, I have already come. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home.
The National Exchange Club, America's Service Club, is a 100-year-old national organization comprised of local community clubs across the nation and Puerto Rico, working to make our communities better places to live. Family, community, and country are our core values.